information on the Atlanta shooting at CDC headquarters. A police officer killed in a barrage of gunfire. And tonight we are learning more about the shooter, his possible motive, and the final moments of that officer who ran towards the gunfire. A gunman shot at 4 CDC buildings near Emory University. We are now learning, though, that the CDC shooter believed the COVID vaccine made him suicidal. This is according to his father. NewsNation's Mills Hayes tracking these details. Mills.
Natasha, law enforcement say that the shooting suspect blamed the COVID-19 vaccine for making him depressed and suicidal. The gunman, now identified as 30-year-old Patrick Joseph White, he tried to get into the CDC headquarters in Atlanta, but was stopped by guards before driving to a pharmacy across the street where he opened fire. 911 calls about an active shooter came in just before 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The shooting prompted lockdowns at the CDC and nearby Emory University, where Emory students received a run, hide, fight alert as the suspect fired on 4 CDC buildings. White was armed with 5 guns, including at least 1 long gun, the bullet striking windows at the CDC. One CDC leader estimated that there were about 40 bullet holes in the CDC. 33-year-old DeKalb County police officer David Rose was responding to the threat of an active shooter on Friday, and that's when he found himself in a gun battle with a suspected shooter at a CVS across the street from the CDC building. Officer Rose was shot and killed while engaging the shooting suspect. Patrick White, the suspect's father, contacted police and identified his son as the possible shooter, saying that White was upset over the death of his dog and had become fixated on the COVID vaccine. The family lives in Kennesaw, Georgia, an Atlanta suburb about 25 miles northwest of the CDC headquarters. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he voiced support for CDC employees Saturday, but he is a well-known skeptic of vaccines, and some of the people who have been laid off at the CDC say that Kennedy shares responsibility for the violence and are calling on him to resign. Police say that White was later found dead in a nearby building. It's still unclear whether his death was self-inflicted or the result of officers returning fire. Atlanta police say that this situation could have been much worse if not for the quick response of police officers like Officer David Rose, who leaves behind a wife, 2 kids, and another baby on the way. Rose previously served as a U.S. Marine, even going to Afghanistan, but he joined the DeKalb County Police Academy last September, graduated in March, and was selected as the class leader of the 138th Academy. On his graduation day, he promised to run towards danger when others run away, which is exactly what he did yesterday.
From the very first day, we learned that policing isn't just about enforcing the law. It's about protecting the vulnerable, standing for justice, and being the person who runs towards danger when others run away.
Eerie to see and hear the fallen police officer speak about the courage and sacrifices that police face when he eventually made the ultimate sacrifice. CDC leadership told employees on Saturday that they were doing a full security assessment, according to a Saturday email to employees that was obtained by the AP. CDC security office even asked employees to scrape old CDC parking decals off of their vehicles to be safe. Natasha.
Officer Rose sounds incredible. Wow, a veteran Marine who served in Afghanistan, a baby on the way, and we feel for his family. Mills Hayes with those details tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.